Well, hello there, lovelies. This year, I mentioned in my most recent video, I'm going to be doing a Bible study journal. So I've got my Stabilo black pen. I guess they're fine point markers, really. And there's not going to be a whole lot in today's video. I mostly just want to share with you, as always, my journey, the things I do and why I do them, and whether or not they work out for me. So this is going to be a bit of an experiment, which I'm sure I will develop and change and improve as I go along. But one of my goals for this year is to not just read the Bible, but to study it. And I'm planning on using the book by Jen Wilkins called Women of the Word. I'm still waiting for it to come in, so I'm not completely prepared. But yeah, this is going to be my Bible journal, and today I am getting it set up. So I've just got a simple cover page, and then these 2 pages are going to be like an outline for my method of study. I've heard a lot about this book and the way that she goes about it, so I have a general idea of how it's going to look, but I want to read through the book, and she has a video series I'm going to listen to before I really solidly write it down. So I have this space, which at the moment is going to remain empty, but which will eventually have my Bible study method laid out clearly, so that if I forget what I'm doing or I need, a reminder, I can always look back at this page. And I'm going to have another half extra page in case I want to add anything later on. So I was having a hard time deciding what book of the Bible I should study first, but since I am following the video series for Jen Wilkin and using her book, I decided to go ahead and study the book that she recommended studying first, which is the book of James. So I couldn't make up my mind, and I decided just to go with what she recommended. I think after this I'll probably study 1st and 2nd Timothy, but one thing at a time, right? So that's my plan. I'm going to be starting in the book of James, and then going from there. I won't be reading them in order, just whichever book the Holy Spirit leads me to first will be first, and so on. So after this cover page, I'll begin my study of James, and I don't know how long it'll be, if it'll be a page a chapter, 5 pages, or if it'll be longer than that or shorter than that. I'm sure it will vary from book to book, depending on what the content is and just what I'm getting from it. So one thing that I copied, I forget her name, drawing a blank. I will put a link down below. There was a video that I watched, and she has a lot of Bible study kind of videos, and she had a color-coded highlighting and underlining system for studying her Bible. And I'm not entirely sure how I will use this exactly, but I really liked her categories and the idea that goes with it. So I knew that's something that I wanted to try and use and develop in my own study. So I'm also adding a Bible color code, and I'll probably have like a bookmark sized piece of paper that I can just keep in my Bible and get a good pen case. So my colors don't match hers exactly because I have different pens than she does, but I did really like how she categorized each topic. I thought she did a good job combining things that I probably, if I was trying to combine them, I wouldn't have necessarily thought to put together, but I think it works out really well. And I had one extra color, so I left that as kind of my wild card for if I find something I want to do. So for my color codes, I use my mild liners, which are a favorite of mine, and my Stabilo, I believe they're fine point markers. You can see it there. And those are my two favorite things to use as far as colors go these days. So I've got those all laid out. I have a space for an extra one. There is room for an index in this book, which I do plan on using, and the pages are already very conveniently numbered. As you can see, I have the date down at the bottom of when I'm starting it. And then when I'm done with this journal book, I will go ahead and put an end date there. And there's James, and it's ready and waiting to be filled up, and I'm very, very excited for this year. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. I will be making a update after I finish the book of James.